Hello. Hi, guys. Okay. Thursday evening, 7 p.m. over here in Germany. Our live in English. I was just on in German, so I might be a little confused. Guys, when you join me, just say hi to me. Instagram, please also just say hi to me and just let me know where you are watching from. Somebody at the door? No. Let's see. Okay, so we've done some color mixing. I have to drink coffee in the evenings, always when I do my lives. So in my German live, this is at the back Instagram. You can see here. This is going to be for my tools, and I have to paint the shelves. And I wanted to have one shelf. We're going to add two shelves in there. One shelf in green. You can see behind me. There, that's a green we've just mixed with the silk colors. As this green is not available with the silks, and the other shelf I want to do in purple, because purple is also a color which is not in the range from the silk colors. So that's what I'm going to do. So if my hands look dirty. Hi Vera, hi Sonia, thank you for joining. I've already mixed that. So and Michelle, if you're watching, I've done that in a German live because I thought if I get those colors out for you, you're going to slap me. So I've done that in a German live. I thought green you would normally get with yellow and blue, but as there is no real yellow or no color with enough yellow pigments in the silk colors, it didn't really work out with the blues. You can see the blue got more dirty than I thought it would. The last one there, this was basically the blue mixed with the Mojave, and the Mojave, Michelle, she hates that color. It's a strange color. It's pretty. So that worked out, and we basically, but at the end I ended up with midnight green with the Mojave and a little bit of sandcastle. So this is basically what turned out to be the green I've just showed you. And now we're gonna go and just gotta clean that. We're gonna go and do our purple. And purple, how do we get purple? How do we get purple? Anybody knows how we get purple? Anybody has an idea? I'm just going to clean that because I'm going to mix it on here. I have like one of those palette things, but I could not use it. You wouldn't have seen any of the colors on there because it's like completely dirty. So there would hello Jill's Upcycling. Who's the name behind it? I'm sorry, I don't always know the names behind the brands. So Jill's Upcycled Furniture. Let me know where you're at, where you're watching from. So I'm just cleaning. I just grabbed like one of those glass board things, like from my old furniture, a little glass shelving. So that's clean. Oh, that's good enough for the hi Jill, thank you for joining. Oh, it's you, Jill, isn't it? I didn't realize. Jill's Upcycled Furniture. Are you that on Instagram? Is that right? Blue and red. Exactly, Vera. Exactly. With blue and red, you get purple, and luckily those colors do exist in the silk range. But again, I've brought a couple of blues, and I brought, well, the one red they have, which is like the Fury. Okay. Thank you for being there. Okay. So I've got a couple of blues. Probably won't need the Harbor. That's too light. I've got Deep Sea, and I've got Nautical, which I just used also for the think for the green, but we'll see. This is the Oasis. This is the color, basically the back color. And let's see. I'm going to bring you down so you can see what we're doing down here. That's more interesting than watching my face. There you go. You should see now what we are doing. So I've placed, I mean, this glass is slightly green, but I've placed a white, just like a plain white piece of paper underneath to have the colors a little more vibrant. So let's get the colors out. We're going to need Fury the red, silk colors, mineral paints, water based, got a built-in stain blocker. So mix them up nicely. And they have this, there you go. They have this seal on top. I'm just going to scrape the paint off there. It's too much, but even so. Get the rest back into the jar. And get rid of that. So that's the Fury we've got on there. So that's what I do when I don't know which shade I'm going to go. This is when I try. It's beautiful. It is absolutely amazing. I love that red. This is what I do. Till now, you've only seen me mixing basically colors when I pretty much knew what they're going to be like. If I'm not sure, I'm doing it this way. So a little bit of Deep Sea. I'm just putting them out. I could have put that. Yeah, I'm going to get the paint out of the jar. Let's see. I'm just going to put like a little, oh, it's the paint out of the lid. That was just like some dried paint. And I'm going to clean those afterwards. This is the Deep Sea, which is a really dark blue, and the Nautical is a little lighter blue. Those are basically the colors I'm going to use. Clean that off first before I go in there. I'm, using the paint out of the lid. A little there. There. And I've also brought some white, just in case I want to brighten it up a little bit. So this is for me now to get roughly an idea what it's going to look like before I start mixing it. And then I have white cap, just in case I want to have it. Jill, I'm not painting the glass. This is my color palette at the moment, so I'm checking the colors, but I don't want to have slick stick on there. So I want to see which color or which purple I like the best. So, and I'm just having a little bit of white for basically tuning it down or making it lighter if I need to. So let's see. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. So this is my deep sea, which is the darker blue. This is my nautical, which is the lighter blue. And now I'm just grabbing my red, my Fury, and mix it in here. A little more. This is very dark. So you can see that the color is changing, but I don't know why I put the other things there, but it's only basically those two I could grab. I'm going to do that different. Hang on. I'm going to make a dark tone first, and then I'm going to take it out. So get a little more of the Fury, the Fury in here. I had like more different colors before, so that's the reason I've had a missyncing now. So just take a little of that mixture there. And now I'm just going to grab some of the white to make it lighter. Now you can see it turns, you know, purpley. This is very dark. This is almost like the, you know, the aubergine from this is pretty dark. So let's see. Clean my palette knife. So I'm going to do the same thing here. With the Fury in there. So this gives instantly a lighter purpley color. I think this is probably going to go more into the direction I want to have it. As nautical is a little lighter blue. And grab a little more Fury. So the silk colors are pretty runny. So I'm just putting a little over here and just put a little of the white cap in there. Always use, you could see that was already probably too much. Yes, this is the purple color I'm going to go for. Not as light. I'm going to have it a little darker. So as I said, use the white, just tiny little bits if you want to brighten things up. But this is more a lively purple now. I'm going to bring that a bit closer so you can see that. I'm going to bring that up so you can see a little better. With the deep sea, which is a very dark blue, there you can see the difference in the light. Is a little better, easier to see. And the reason I've got that white paper behind it. Hi, Anna Maria. Bonsoir, Michelle. Ça va? So. Hallo, Sissi. Hast du es geschafft? So this is basically, those are the colors we're going to go for. So basically it is nautical, it is Fury, and it's white cap. Those are the colors we are going to mix now. put the rest to the side, what we don't need. And there we go. White cap, I can probably use what's on there. As I'm going to need a little more, I'm not going to get that out on the, so on that glass board I have here. So just clean my palette knife a little bit. Hi Nina, how are you, girl? Guys, how's the weather where you are? The weather turned pretty nasty over here, so the weather turned pretty nasty over here. We had rain and stuff like that today. So let's mix some colors. So that's the purple we're gonna go for. Those are the silk colors, as I said, I'm mixing. And there's no purple with those. I'm just gonna grab a plate and we're going to mix up a little more paint. So that was a little easier to mix this one than so, but what I'm going to do, guys, because what I've noticed, this is a paper plate, and I've noticed when I'm mixing it too long, it's there's basically the paper coming off. So I'm just placing it in a plastic bag and do it that way. There we go. I said nautical and fury. And I'm thinking if I'm going to add the trim now before I paint it or afterwards. I think I will do it before. Let's see. Put this to the side. Are we going to add the trim? You see me do so much wood you band. You must be bored now. You must be really bored. Do I have the trims here? No, I don't have them here either. No, we're going to paint. I'm going to do the trim later on. Let's mix. Let's mix. So I'm going to do about enough to just get like the paint out of the lid. I'm going to clean that later on nicely so that my paint does not stick to the jar and that my lid doesn't stick to the jar, and I'm not going to get it back open because that's what usually happens. So if I would need the perfect ratio, I obviously would measure it, but I just about know how much I need. So that's the reason I'm doing it that way now. I'm just mixing it. It's cold. Fury. That. It's only paint. So Michelle, if you just join, it's only paint. I didn't hurt myself. She's always worried that I'm doing something stupid, which might happen, but not right now. So Fury, and for the white, I'm just gonna grab the what I have on here. Probably won't need more. I'm just going to get this in also. Those are the colors I'm using. No need to waste that. Also Fury. There we go. Can you see how purpley that's turning? So the silk colors, they intend to dry a little darker than they are in the when they are wet. So I think I'm going to add a little more. I'm going to add a little more of everything. A little more fury. Oh, I love making this mess. Just love it. So much fun. So much fun. A little more nautical. And a tiny dash of the white cap. I'm just gonna use my finger. You see, those colors basically get my purple I want to have. Who else likes painting with fingers? I love it. Look how those colors mix. Almost looks like paint pouring, doesn't it? I'm just going to make about enough for the board. So that's it. So close those for now. As I said, I'm going to clean the jars and the lids after the life. Now I'm just going to put those to the side. And I'm going to clean, lay the board down. Guys, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, guys. I hope I'm not boring you with mixing the paints. I find that quite mesmerizing. Who likes mixing colors? Anybody likes mixing colors? So, everything out of the way. Get the next board. And another brush. Mini brush, this board. So, away for now. So this is just like some. I explained that before in my other life. Let's see, we're just gonna go to the front. These were just some cheap. Whatever, laminated wooden boards from the old shop, and I've basically slick stick that. So Jill, that's basically that's slick sticked because water now. Okay, this is the purple we've mixed just now. We used Fury, we've used Nautical, and we've used a little bit of white cap. So with whites, to brighten it up, always use just a little bit. I have my mini brush, synthetic brush by Dixie Belle. And très bien. Vera. Könnte ich mich reinsetzen. No water on the brush. You don't use water with the silk colors. Just mix it a little more. Get like a good load on your brush. Usually I say less is more, but with the silk paints, you can use a little more. So there you go. I always start like a little away from the edge, just to, oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. To reload the brush. So I'm not basically swiping the paint off the so, and again, I could have used chalk mineral paints for it. But again, the color I was looking for is basically not with the chalk mineral paints. You have amethyst and you have aubergine. So I would have had needed to mix them also there. So as I'm working with the silk colors on this piece anyway, I've decided to mix the silks. The silk paints, they have a built-in stain blocker. Just long strokes to smooth my brush strokes a little out. They are self-leveling. This is the first coat, guys. There's gonna go a second coat on there, so I don't need to have like perfect coverage on this one, but the coverage is already pretty good, I would say. What would you say? They are self-leveling, as I said. They are mildew resistant, water resistant. They are grease resistant. They are, what are they? They are UV resistant. That's the reason they are, look at my fingers. They are perfect also for outdoors. They have a built-in sealer, so you don't need to seal them, really. Why? When I use them outdoors, I do seal them just, we are in Germany, so our weather is pretty rough out here. So guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Wer Fragen hat, gerne in die Kommentare, auch auf Deutsch, wie auch immer. Okay, I'm going to dry that quickly. You should leave the paints dry on their own, because otherwise they are not, developing their self-leveling habit. How do you say that correctly? I'm sometimes stuck, guys, after all, I am German. So, but even so, I think they're gonna go pretty nicely together. Instagram can see it, but YouTube and Facebook can see it also. It's that green board back there and that purple there, and I think they're gonna go nicely together. Nicely, just to brighten the whole thing up, as it is very bright. So where's my heat gun? Everything in the way here now. I've got to be careful because otherwise I kick over everything. It's pretty much dry. Put it there for now. I don't want to kick it over with my big bum. So excuse for the noise. I just want to slap on the second coat on here, so this side is finished. They usually need about, I would say, 2 hours to dry, depending on room temperature and humidity. They dry a little different than the chalk mineral paints. they develop first like a dry skin, and underneath they might still be wet, so don't rush it with them. Look how pretty this color is. You can see it dries a little darker. This is shiny, this the wet area. So, but it is a little darker than on the. So they have a curing time of about 20 to 30 days. There's a difference between drying and curing. Drying means that you can continue working, put the next coat on there. And the curing time basically is when they completely settle down on your project and basically develop all their benefits. So for the professional furniture painters, this is something you should keep in consideration. Excuse me. In consideration when you finish a piece, and especially as it's a custom piece for your customer. So second coat, same thing, no water. You cannot. They don't blend as good as the chalk mineral paints, as you're not supposed to use water. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you, Sonia. Yes, it is. The coverage is brilliant with those paints. And you can use a little more than you use usually with the chalk paints. So, and what was I saying? Oh, they don't blend like you're not supposed to use water, just to not compromising the benefits of those paints. So that's the reason you should not do that. So, and they don't, as they are not chalk mineral paints, they are mineral paints. They don't reactivate like chalk paints. Also, when you want to do wet distressing, and I can tell you that with wet distressing, you basically use a damp cloth to distress it in some areas, and that's not. It's hard work. It's hard work with the silks. I can tell you that. So 2 coats is absolutely fine. So as I said, they are self-leveling. The second coat I'm going to let dry like that. It's a brilliant paint for single color finishes. Or, you can, do some stenciling, stuff like that. You can put the chalk mineral paints underneath or over it. So, however, if you have your first coat, say you want to do some stenciling on here, I could stencil with the chalk paints on here. You can mix them, but it's not recommended. You're not going to get the effect probably you are looking for. So, long strokes, self-leveling. Second coat, perfect coverage. There you go. That's it. So this is gonna go. I'm going to. It's all messy like I am. that to the side for now. So I'm going to do the ends, basically. I want to have the ends of the board. I'm going to decide which is going to be the front, which is the back. I mean, you're not seeing the sides, but this is just something I like to do. Even it's only my own project, but if I have to take him eventually back out again, I don't want to look against the wood. I don't like that. That's for me basically what I think. So that's it. But one coat is fine there. You don't need more. Pretty, pretty. It is not as bright as Amethyst from the Chalk Mineral Paints, and it's not as dull as the Aubergine. It's somewhere in between, and that's basically what I wanted to get. What's the time? 40 minutes. That's about fine. That's about fine. I'm going to let that dry, and here we are. Anybody still with me from you guys? So, Insta, here we are. Back. Let's see. Get a little out of the way. There we are. Coffee. Just gonna see if there are some questions. Anybody still there? Okay. Hey. Guys, guess what? I think I'm getting famous. I'm having the first nasty comments on my videos. So there's like some haters around. I'm thinking, oh, however. Oh, thank you, Sonia. That's so sweet. I'm not sure if I am, but that's so sweet. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's so kind. Okay, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that. Just play around with the paints. If you have a color you don't, or you want a color, a certain color, just play around. Just get just like a little bit out on a plate or something like that, and just mix it up on there. As I said, you've seen me before that I've started already mixing whatever, like a milliliter of this and a milliliter of that. If I need exact amounts, but now I've basically just put it out on a plate and I mix it up like a little, one and one. If you use like a palette knife or something like that, it's about roughly the same amount. And then you know which direction you're going with your color. Easy and fun. That's what happy fingers look like. Again, Michelle, if you just come in now, don't worry, nothing happened. I'm talking about Michelle from the US. She's always scared I'm hurting myself, so which is not unusual. My friends, I'm so happy you've been with me tonight. I hope you're all well. No, I'm not going to go live again for the trims. So I've done enough tonight. I'm going to put on the trims like that. Dankeschön, liebe Vera. Schön, dass du dabei gewesen bist. My friends, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed this. If you watch replay, please put #replay into the comments and let me know that you've been there. Also, if you have questions, leave them in the comments. Afterwards, I will see that I answered those. Come back to you for that. Did I miss anything? Oh, I don't think I ever said who I am. My name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden over here in Frankfurt in Germany. I'm a Dixie Belle Elite retailer and also the distributor for Dixie Belle over here in Germany. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Guys, you take care, you stay safe, and I see you maybe before, but if not, I see you next Thursday. Guys, you take care. You have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye. Ta-da. De rien, Michelle. Merci à tu. Don't know if that's right.